Sexton, these are two men that you obviously know very well.
Very well, very well. I've been friends with both for a while until recently with Chad, but I think we're still friends.
You know, and some may say that you could be the reason that one of these men is not the Anarchy heavyweight champion anymore.
Pish posh, JJ. Now, I had nothing to do with his match with Jeff Lewis last week. I had nothing to do with his loss to Jeff Lewis last week. And Chad, I don't know if it's the haircut or what it is, but he seems to be getting a little paranoid lately. I don't know if the stress of being champion finally got to him. Or...
Well, you know, one observation that I made, you know, and this is just throwing this out there, is ever since he won the championship, and even the weeks before at Hardcore Hell, it seems that maybe, just maybe, you were, I don't want to use the word babying, but let's just say maybe you were protecting
Chad.
Protecting Chad Parham.
Now, Chad is probably the best all-around wrestler currently on the roster. Chad doesn't need to be protection. What little time I got involved was to cover for some outside interference when the numbers weren't even. So anything I did in Chad's best interest. But I think Chad, he's getting a little bit too paranoid. But to be honest, we got a great match going on in the ring right now. So.
Well, you know, I mean, you know what? I'm hard-hitting. I want the answers, and now that I have you here, I'm not trying to throw, you know, I'm not trying to throw you anything. I'm not going to throw you softballs, but I'm not trying to hit you below the belt either. But one other thing that, you know, really comes to mind is Fright Night 2005.
Fright Night 2005. That was like a million years ago.
Yes, that's when you were actually a wrestler.
Oh.
And
that's when you weighed 300 pounds, when you were 200 pounds lighter. But anyway, we gotta, if you want to bring up stuff from the past, we can do that, but let's not disrespect what's going on in the ring right now, because you got two very fine wrestlers here.
Well, yeah, you know, we got Salvatore Rinauro, a former NWA Anarchy tag team champion.
And a former Ring of Honor tag team champion.
Yeah, good observation.
As well as a former NWA Wildside Junior heavyweight champion. So Sal is, Sal can hold his own.
And Chad Parham.
Probably the best Anarchy heavyweight champion. I do not take that away from him.
And multiple-time NWA Wildside tag team champion.
Yes, he was. Now, Chad's credentials speak for himself, and you know, it's his first match since losing the belt, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays with him mentally here. But it seems like he's getting Chad usually have a way to keep his cool, and it doesn't seem like he's, I don't know if my presence out here is affecting him, but he seems to be losing his cool a little bit more than he should.
Well, if this guy is a friend of yours and you think your presence is causing him to lose his cool, why don't you just step away? I mean, why don't you, you got a pretty good job. I mean, you got a cushy desk job. You sit there, you make matches all day.
Whoa. I get a desk?
There was one back there, I don't know if it was yours or not, but you got a desk job. Okay? You're a matchmaker, Todd. You're no longer a wrestler. I mean, could it be that you're trying to live vicariously through Chad Parham?
Well, to be honest, I really don't want to live vicariously through Chad because he's lost the title. So, yeah, I've heard that. Chad has said it himself, but, you know, Chad's got his head wrapped around something, and I can't quite figure it out. And I put this match together because, quite honestly, it's been a great match so far. Some fine technical wrestling, which you know I'm a big fan of technical wrestling.
Well, yes, I mean, they don't call you the technician for nothing. But, I mean, you're looking at technical perfection. I mean, quite possibly, and no disrespect, but this guy is a better technical wrestler than you were in your day.
Well, well, you know, you say tomato, I say tomato. It's like comparing Muhammad Ali to Evander Holyfield. I ain't in the ring right now, so you can't really make the comparison. We've met many times, and we traded wins. Whoa, and so much for technical wrestling there.
Now, wait, you know what? You're up here. You're supposed to be a broadcaster.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be partial to anybody.
I'm not partial. I'm applauding. Chad was applauding, too. It was a good move.
Yeah, but, I mean, you know, you were making it rather obvious that you're throwing it up in his face that he's no longer champion.
I made one little comment, but, you know, he super kicked me in the face. He's lucky I didn't slap him across his face. Unfortunately, because of my position, I'm not allowed to have contact with any of the wrestlers. And, you know, this is what I sort of had to do. So
basically what you did was you brought in a hired assassin to take out Chad Parham.
I wouldn't call Sal a hired assassin. I mean,
you can't answer the question.
No, I can't because I can't think of anything funny to say. But I wouldn't call Sal an assassin. And I'm not expecting him to take Chad Parham out or anything. I just want to give Chad a good test. try to get a little bit more focused. Because Chad hasn't had his head in the game, and that's part of the reason he lost the title last week against Jeff Lewis.
What do you mean he hasn't had his head in the game? He had successful defenses against the top names in this sport. We're talking about Milano.
Oh, he just slapped him. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's not the Chad that I know.
You never slapped anybody?
I'm not saying I haven't, but they just did a great wrestling exchange. It's tit for tat, and then Chad felt the need to go off and slap him. There was no call for it.
Well, he's a frustrated man. I mean, he just lost a championship. I mean, you know what it's like to lose championships. He did the same thing. He's frustrated.
And I understand that. And he can take his frustrations out on Sal. Oh, and Sal returns the favor.
And there's
beautiful drop kick.
You know, and like you said, a great wrestling match. There's no place in a great wrestling match for Sal to slap somebody.
Well, now you're just being silly because Chad slapped him first.
Oh, so now this is going to be he hit me first kind of thing, right?
It can be. Oh!
And that was a slap with a boot right there.
Oh!
Maybe your little plan's backfiring there, Todd.
Oh. Well, I didn't have a plan. I just wanted a good match, and I'm getting that, but I hope Sal's all right.
Well, we're getting a great match. Well, this is the kind of action that we have here every week at the Church of Southern Wrestling.
I know, I've been here.
Yeah, and you used to be part of that great action. Now you got a desk job. And now because of that desk job, you want to live vicariously through our other athletes.
Now because of this desk job, we're seeing a hell of a match between Sal Rinauro and Chad Parham. And with Sal's nose, that could be deadly. That could be it.
And look at that right there. Chad Parham is, you know, he's been on a winning streak. I mean, you know, he had one bump in the road with Jeff Lewis last week. Maybe it's because you were weighing on his mind. Maybe it's because you weren't there to nurture him and protect him like you've done all throughout his title reign. But Chad Parham, I'm not taking anything away from him. Great athlete. He's been in there with the Milano Collection 18s, like I said, the Jimmy Rays. He's been there with the Mama Lukes. He's been there with every top name competitor. He's the only man to defeat Michael Adrian.
He is. And that's what I'm saying. Chad Parham is awesome. Chad Parham is the best pure wrestler on this roster. Chad Parham needs to get head in the game and stop worrying about me.
But don't you shelter any of the blame of this? I mean, do you think maybe that you got a little bit too much attachment to him?
But did I come out here at all during this match with Jeff Lewis last week? Yes or no?
You came out the end.
Did I come out during the match at all last week? Yes or
no?
No,
you did not come out during the match.
So I don't want to hear anything about I'm doing this or I'm doing that with Chad. Chad was my friend.
You know what? You're the matchmaker.
Yeah.
Don't you think maybe you could have denied some of Chad Parham's title requests? Maybe gave him a little bit lighter schedule and he'd still have had
want a lighter schedule. And I thought it was important for the championship for us to bring in the best competition possible, and we did. And Chad, he was better than the best. He beat Jimmy Ray, he beat Tony Mamaluke, he beat Milano Collection 18.
But if this guy's your friend, don't you think that maybe you should have said, hey, Chad, won't you rest a little bit? There is a 30-day defense clause with that championship, and maybe you could have put your foot down?
Well, isn't that sort of favoritism?
That's not favoritism. That's being a good boss.
That's not being a good boss.
It's being to protect your employees.
Hey, because of the matches I helped arrange for Chad, and I wasn't responsible for all of them, but because of those matches, Chad became a great champion.
But he doesn't have that championship.
Well, we got a small package. He got it too. Oh!
And you see that right there, that's what Chad Parham needs. He needs that intensity. That's exactly
well, he
what
doesn't need to do this. There's no call for this. Chad's better than that.
You know what? He's fired up. He's mad. He's angry.
I'm sure he is.
And you know what? While you're sitting there saying there's no sense of that, maybe you need to take some of the blame for it, Mr. Matchmaker.
Oh, European uppercut. I used to throw those. Oh. Now, he just drop kicked him in the butt there, but it caused his neck to jar on the turnbuckles. And Sal might be out. Sal's still in this. Chad's going up top now. He might be going for the double stomp. But you know what? I got some stuff to do in the back, so I might need to head out here in a little bit. I want to watch some more of this match. Oh!
Oh! Hey, you can't leave me out here by myself.
Yeah, that would be disastrous, I know, but he's got a pin. Oh! Chad is still in this. What a match.
Well, of course. What did you expect? This man's a former Anarchy heavyweight champion. He's the only man to pin Michael Adrian.
Yeah, he's not here anymore.
I cared. That's who he beat for the championship at Hardcore Hell.
Yeah, I was there.
That is a feat in itself.
Oh, he's going for sliced bread number 2. Best thing since sliced bread. Oh! Chad countered it.
Well, he just got thrown out of the oven.
Well, Sal landed on his feet.
Oh.
He slingshot the rope and it hit him in the face.
Well, that might be an improvement
That
for
was
Sal.
offensive. Oh! Oh, man.
Now look at this intensity from Chad Parham. This is great. This is going to make him a complete package, Todd Sexton. And you know what? You have yourself to thank for this.
Well, that was unbelievable. Double stop. Oh, this could be it.
Stayed right on the back.
Right on the back. All right. Well, I got some stuff to handle on the back here, so I think I'm going to head out here in a second.
Whoa,
1, 2. Oh. I want to watch the match, but I do have stuff to do back there.
Oh, you guys sit at your desk all day and just write down little names on pieces of paper and make matches. That's all you do.
Oh, is that it?
You never talk to me anymore.
There's a reason for that. I didn't want to talk to you in the first place. You're just sort of there. It's not like you're managing Brett Silver or anything. Oh, kick to the face. Oh, well, I'm going to head out, bud. This match has been great.
No, wait a minute. You're about to see Chad Parham win, and you're leaving?
Yeah, I got to head to the back. I got stuff to do here. I'll talk to you later, JJ. It was good seeing you.
Oh. Well, it was not good seeing Todd Sexton. I'm glad that ball-headed jerk is gone. Right? Now look at him. He distracted Chad Parham again. What an idiot. Oh, Chad Parham throwing it right in the face of Todd Sexton. He's going to use the super kick. This is great. Todd Sexton can't use it anymore because he's not a wrestler. Wait a minute. No! Landslide! Oh, you got to be kidding me. Let's send it down to Ernie Rich. Chad Parham, once again, falling at the hands and the feet of that ball-headed jerk, Todd Sexton. Is this camera wrong? Chad Parham losing another match here to Salvatore Rinauro. 2 defeats in a row. Loses the Anarchy Championship. Loses Salvatore Rinauro or Anarchy after this.